日本時間10月27日、ドジャースはワールドシリーズ第2戦でヤンキースに4対2で勝利し、シリーズ成績を2勝0敗としました。これにより、4年ぶりのワールドシリーズ制覇に向けて有利な立場に立ちました。大谷選手は4対1で迎えた7回、一死走者なしの場面で登場し、4番手のウワン・ホームズ投手から四球を選びました。その後、盗塁を試みましたが、アウトとなりました。アウトになった直後、大谷選手はその場でうなだれるように倒れ込み、左腕を押さえながら苦しむ様子を見せました。中継では、
肩ですね、左。
との声が入り、トレーナーは、
外れた。
と心配そうに声をかけました。大谷選手は、
多分。
と応じ、トレーナーに支えられながらベンチへ引き上げました。この試合を中継していた米スポーツ専門局、FOX スポーツの実況を務めるジョー・デイビス氏は、
彼が痛がっている。大谷は左腕を押さえている。
と、大谷選手の異変を報じました。解説を務めた通算213勝154セーブを誇る殿堂入り右腕、ジョン・スモルツ氏も、
これは良い兆候ではない。肩を痛めたか、あるいは手首か。
と懸念を示し、
観客が静まり返った。
と、スタジアム内の異様な雰囲気を伝えました。デイビス氏も、
ドジャースタジアムに静寂が訪れた。
と、緊張感の漂う様子を語りました。試合後には多くの関係者が大谷選手についてコメントを残しており、それらを日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
That brings up Tasker Hernandez. So it's 59 stolen bases we're talking about. Never seen anything like it. Probably not going to see it again. You can't imagine him doing anything like that with those types of pitching. I mean, it is. I mean, the argument goes right out the window. Can a DH win the MVP? There he goes. In time, and he's 0 for 2 in stolen base attempts in this postseason. And he's in some pain. Ohtani's grabbing his left arm.
ただ、肩っすね。肩。どっちの肩？左。左肩。外れた？多分。本当に？
Well, that is not a good sign. You watch him put his left arm down, and it either is jammed his shoulder or his wrist. Watch it go down, and right there, that has sent a crowd quiet. So Shohei Ohtani gingerly walks off of the field with the training staff, holding that left arm. And a hush has fallen over Dodger Stadium.
Joe, I'm told the issue with Ohtani is his shoulder. No word yet on the severity.
Sure didn't look good. One-of-a-kind man at the top of the Dodger lineup.
Boy, there is a dark cloud, though, hanging over this win. Yes, the Dodgers are up 2-0 and it feels great. We just got word from Juan Toribio, who tweeted out that Shohei Ohtani's already left the stadium. I assume that he's going to get the shoulder looked at by somebody or the arm looked at, Jerry. But what's your take on what we saw him trying to swipe second base, the Dodgers are trying to tack on, and then having to leave this game?
Well, I mean, listen, Shohei Ohtani stole over 50 bases this year, so he's a base stealer. You're trying to tack on runs right here, trying to get that base. You see him put his left arm behind him, and you can see the shoulder in a different, in an awkward position there. He jams his shoulder right there. Again, it's a shoulder injury. I don't know if it's a dislocation, separation. We don't know yet. I know he's getting it looked at as we speak. Hopefully, they get it popped in, because he said, you know, Japanese, I guess, tweeted out, they heard him say in Japanese, I felt my shoulder pop out. So hopefully, in some cases, you pop it back in and no more, I've had it done, you've had it done. Yeah. It hurts right away, but then, you know what, it's sore. I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah, and, you know, a lot of times when you get that jump, you know, obviously World Series, you're recognizing how important it is to try to steal that base. And when you have that adrenaline, you feel like, oh, I am not quite there, that you know it's going to be close. You take that extra jump. You take that extra, you know, that last-ditch effort. And sometimes you're a little bit higher than you normally are because of the adrenaline that you're going for as you're sliding. And when you put that hand down, it's not in the same spot as normally, where it slides down, as we see that back hand go in there, and that's where it just kind of jams, and then as you keep going, it may stick a little bit. And as you mentioned, Jerry, you're right. Dislocating or popping out and popping back in, is okay because you're going to be sore, but you're all of a sudden that pain starts to subside and you're able to move it. A separated one is a little bit different. There's a little bit different area where your separated starts get where it separates part of your shoulder. That is a whole different. A lot of times the separation actually sometimes happens on top, and when that you have serious pain. There's not about popping it in. You separated the joint, you separate some of the ligaments, and it's painful, hard to sleep that night. So we'll find out more. We hope for the best. But, you know, nonetheless, the Dodgers obviously don't want to see that, but these guys find a way to fight. We just heard Bestia talk about them there to pick you up. They're thinking the exact same thing right now for Shohei.
And here's the thing, and Nomar, you know this, as a functioning athlete, Shohei Ohtani, he's not throwing right now. Obviously, he's not pitching. It's not his throwing arm. That's great, okay? It's his back arm, not his lead arm. We know as a hitter, that lead arm is the most important. So you want this to be strong, so it's not his lead arm when he's hitting. So if he gets it popped back in, everything is okay. Hopefully, he'll be ready to play Game 3. Best case scenario, it's his left shoulder, left arm, not his throwing arm and his lead arm when he hits.
Well, as for his fellow countryman, Jerry, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, we talked in the pregame show. This is a guy who's no stranger to pitching in big games. Japan Series, couple of games last year, WBC. He looked unfazed being out there on the World Series big stage. Outstanding night for him.
Yeah, and he's had big games so far this postseason. You remember, he got a chance to really go after the San Diego Padres in a crucial Game 5, and he absolutely dominated that lineup. So he's not foreign to pitching in big ball games here at Dodger Stadium. He went out there, attacked a great Yankees lineup, and really set the tone.
It was really just an incredible performance by Yamamoto. First inning, that's been really kind of his crutch over the course of this season that we've seen. That's when usually teams get to him. Yeah, he walks the first batter, but then he settles down. You're talking about, okay, you go give him one hit. It happens to be a home run and a solo shot. Your tipper had to Juan Soto. But when he was getting reviewed afterwards, he was like, okay, I gave one up and it just tied the game. And then he settles down. When you do that and then you go on to retire the next 11 in a row after giving up a home run, that's settling in really quick as far as turning the page, relaxing and say this moment is not too big. Really impressive performance by Yamamoto.
Sublection. Everything, so we're going to get some tests at some point tonight, tomorrow, and then we'll know more in the next couple of days. But the strength was great, the range of motion good, so we're encouraged. But obviously, I can't speculate because we don't get the scans yet. So once we get the scans, we'll know more. But again, with the strength and range of motion good, that's certainly a positive.
What was the reaction of the dugout when Ohtani came off the field holding his shoulder? And did it dampen the result of the game?
I mean, not only the dugout, but the whole stadium went silence. You know how big Shohei is for this team, and hopefully he's okay, and the day off tomorrow will help him get back on the field Monday.
What was the initial reaction to the injury?
I mean, you know, a lot of things go through your head, but you just have to stay positive and think like he just maybe he jammed his hand, and we'll be back on Monday with us when we start the game in New York.
I wanted to ask you one more question on the Shohei situation. Obviously, this is a talent-laden team. Is this team confident? I think I know the answer. If you need to play a game or two without Shohei in the lineup.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. You know, we were battling throughout the year with a lot of injuries. First was the starting pitcher, and then Mookie, and then Freddie, and hopefully not Ohtani in this case. But you know, it's not gonna be a good feeling. But if he can go to Monday, we just have to keep doing the thing that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks.
I'm not sure what happened. Do you guys get any information on that, or? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's tough. I mean, you know, as a competitor, as a baseball player, you don't want to ever see anyone get hurt, and he's such a tremendous player. That would be a tough loss for them.
Well, it's no surprise to see the Yankees battle back. They've done it all season long. And hey, it's the World Series. It's not supposed to be easy, and it was not easy for the Dodgers last night. Wasn't easy tonight, but they're up 2-0, and you hear the fans right behind us saying, 2 more wins. 2 more wins. That's what the Dodgers need to have their 8th World Series championship here in Los Angeles.
Mookie, you guys are now 2 wins away from a World Series championship. When you think about, though, just how these first 2 wins, starting with Yoshinobu, how impressive was he today?
He's awesome. I mean, he's been great all year. I mean, I'm just so proud of where he started and where he is now. Awesome dude, and it couldn't happen to a better guy.
大谷選手は試合終了から2分後の現地時間20時10分にセキュリティスタッフ、中島トレーナー、アイアトン通訳とともに白い T シャツ姿で
お疲れ様でした
と言いながら球場を後にしました。右手に持っていたジャケットとカバンについては
持ってもらえますか
とアイアトン通訳に託しましたが、痛めたとみられる左肩にはアイシングや固定といった処置は行っていませんでした。第3戦からは試合の舞台をニューヨークへと移しますが、大谷選手はボストンバッグやグラブ、スパイク、膝当てなどの用具をそのまま残して球場を後にしており、病院へ向かった可能性も考えられます。ここまでポストシーズン全13試合に1番 DH で先発出場している大谷選手がもし離脱となれば、チームへの影響は非常に大きく、軽傷であることを祈るばかりの状況となっています。ご視聴ありがとうございました。これからも大谷選手のさらなる活躍から目が離せません。チャンネル登録と高評価をよろしくお願いします。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。